Madrid are back in action after the first international break of 2026, and the timing could not be more critical for the Spanish Giants. As they prepare to face RCD Mallorca away from home, the pressure is already building. This is not just another league match. This is a moment that could define the direction of their season. Currently trailing FC Barcelona by 4 points, Real Madrid are in a position where every single match matters. There is no room for mistakes. What makes the situation even more intense is that Barcelona are set to face Athletic Madrid, meaning this match day could significantly shift the title race. Real Madrid know that if they slip, they might lose control, but if they win, especially under pressure, they send a strong message to everyone watching. Speaking ahead of this crucial encounter, manager Arbeloa began by addressing the condition of his squad after the international break. His first concern was not tactics or opponents, but fitness. And in modern football, that tells you everything. International breaks are often dangerous periods where injuries can derail a season. But this time, Real Madrid seemed to have avoided that disaster. Arbeloa made it clear that all international players returned healthy, which is a massive boost. Not only that, but many of them got valuable playing time with their national teams. This is important because it keeps players sharp and match-ready. However, it also creates a delicate balance. Players come back fit, but also tired, and managing that fatigue is one of the biggest challenges for any top coach. As he shifted focus to the Mallorca game itself, Arbeloa's tone became more serious. He emphasized that this will not be an easy match, and that is something many fans might underestimate. Mallorca, playing at home, will be desperate for points. Teams in their position often become extremely dangerous because they have everything to fight for and nothing to lose. Arbeloa described the remaining matches in the season as 9 finals. That statement alone tells you the mindset inside the dressing room. This is not about long-term planning anymore. It is about surviving and winning each game one at a time. The pressure is constant, and every decision matters. One of the key talking points was squad rotation. With 3 matches coming up in just 6 days, fatigue becomes a serious factor. But Arbeloa made his stance very clear. He is not thinking about resting players for the sake of it. His priority is simple: field the best team possible to win the next match. This shows a very aggressive approach. Instead of thinking ahead, he is fully focused on the present. However, he also acknowledged that the entire squad will be needed. This is where depth becomes crucial. In a season like this, it is not just about the starting 11. It is about the entire squad stepping up when called upon. The discussion then moved to Jude Bellingham, and his situation during the international break raised some eyebrows. Despite being called up by England national team, he did not play a single minute. For a player of his importance, that is unusual. Arbeloa explained that this decision came from Thomas Tuchel, who chose not to take any risks. This suggests that Bellingham might have been carrying some level of fatigue or a minor concern. Instead of pushing him, the national team opted to protect him. From Real Madrid's perspective, this could actually be a blessing. Bellingham returns fresh, with time to train and regain rhythm. Arbeloa highlighted his intelligence, noting that he used the break to train well and prepare himself. Now the focus is on gradually reintegrating him into match action. The manager also made it clear that he has no control over national team decisions. That is an important point. Club and country often have different priorities, but in this case, everything seems to have worked out positively for Madrid. Attention then turned to Kylian Mbappe in his recovery from a knee issue. Arbeloa's message was direct. It is time to move on from the injury and focus on performance. This indicates that Mbappe is now physically ready, but the challenge is getting him back to his peak level. Interestingly, there was also discussion about Mbappe's defensive effort. The player himself admitted he might not have been pressing as much. Arbeloa responded in a balanced way. He acknowledged that forwards naturally defend less than defenders, but he insisted on total team commitment. This is a key tactical insight. Modern football demands that even attackers contribute defensively, and at a club like Real Madrid, expectations are even higher. Arbeloa is clearly trying to build a team where everyone works together, not just relies on individual brilliance. There was also clarification about Mbappe being benched in the previous match against Athletic Madrid. Arbeloa dismissed any idea of conflict or disappointment. He described the decision as common sense, suggesting it was purely based on tactical or physical considerations. This highlights something important about squad management. Even superstar players need to accept rotation if the team is to succeed over a long season. And according to Arbeloa, communication with Mbappe has been clear and direct, which is crucial in maintaining harmony. The manager also revealed that he kept in touch with players during the international break, even congratulating Arda Güler. This shows a personal side of his management style. Building relationships with players is just as important as tactics. Then came a very exciting update on Militao. Arbeloa spoke highly of him, calling him a potential game-changer, and even suggesting he could become the best center-back in the world when fully fit. That is a huge statement.
Militao's return could be a turning point for Real Madrid's defense. His leadership, physical presence, and defensive quality could bring stability at a crucial stage of the season. Even more interesting is that Arbeloa has not yet had the chance to coach him, which suggests there is even more potential to unlock. Regarding Vinicius Junior, the situation is slightly different. He returns from international two with a heavy workload. Arbeloa even joked about how little rest he has had, hinting at the intense demands placed on him. This creates a dilemma. Vinicius is one of the team's most important attacking players, but fatigue could affect his performance. The coaching staff will need to decide carefully whether to start him or manage his minutes. Finally, Arbeloa spoke about Brahim Diaz, who has been fighting for his place in the team. With Mbappe returning, competition becomes even tougher. But instead of discouraging him, the manager praised his resilience and insisted that he should continue playing. This reflects the competitive environment within the squad. No position is guaranteed, and every player must prove themselves continuously. As the press conference came to an end, the focus returned to the bigger picture. Real Madrid are still competing for both La Liga and the Champions League. They are exactly where they want to be, but the margin for error is gone. The Mallorca match is not just another fixture, it is a test of mentality, focus, and ambition. Arbeloa admitted that the match has set off alarm bells for him. That level of caution shows respect for the opponent, but also awareness of the stakes. Despite the challenges, he expressed confidence in his players. He sees hunger, focus, and determination in training, and he believes that as the season reaches its